Okay, I do want to talk about this Brock and Raquel rumor that's like circulating online today. Because there's this new rumor that I guess Brock, when Raquel was staying with Scheana and Brock, Raquel and Brock hooked up or had some sort of thing, fling, whatever. And then Brock ended up getting drunk and telling his friends about it or bragging about it in some way. I don't think there's any truth to this rumor. I don't think Scheana and Brock, or sorry, I don't think Raquel and Brock actually hooked up. I think this we can file under low budget. One, because I'm like, why didn't this come out when the scandal was at its height? And two, I believe the like evidence or whatever about this is like a text message. Like it's a screenshot from what I've seen online. It's a text message, a screenshot of somebody's text messages being like, "Oh, has it come out yet that Brock and Raquel hooked up?" So to me, that's not really like, who is the text message from? Who is the text message to? Who's the one that releases information? What are the details? What friend? Like, I want, like, at least when Ariana caught Tom cheating, she found the FaceTime video, right? We found the video on FaceTime. Tom and Raquel owned up to it. Obviously, there are a lot of other speculative details around their affair, but for the most part, there was incriminating evidence. Here, it doesn't appear that there is any incriminating evidence, and I feel like this would have come out by now if this were true. This feels like somebody trying to fan the flames and try to make things bigger than they actually are. I know people are also saying that they're trying to make out some like weird thing between Brock and Lala because people think that Brock and Lala are too close on Vanderpump Rules. I don't think there's anything to any of that. I know Brock. I've met Brock. I've been around him. I've been around him and Scheana. They seem happy together. She seems to really be into him. He seems to really be into her. They seem to have a really solid family unit. And I just don't see him as the wandering eye type of guy. I think he's very family oriented. I think that's why, he and Lala have been able to kind of connect in that way. I know people are like, oh, well, what about the child support? Or what about the kids in Australia? Listen, I don't love that he's not in Australia with his kids, but I also know co-parenting is complicated. It's not to excuse it. As far as I know, he's paid off his debt and he's working on building a relationship with his ex and his kids. So that seems positive as somebody that comes from like that split household and that has, a weird dynamic with my own father. It's not the easiest to see, but I also know that these situations are complicated. But from what I know of Brock and from meeting Brock and knowing Brock, he seems like a really good guy. And I think that his family unit with Scheana and, their daughter Summer, like, I think they're solid and I don't see him hooking up with Raquel. Nor do I see Raquel wanting to hook up with Brock, especially if she already had Sandoval. I don't think that there would be any benefit to that. She's not going to try and steal two people's men. Like, that also like exaggerates, Rachel, Raquel, whatever. That exaggerates her character too, to think that she's like that evil and that diabolical. She's not that great from what we've seen so far, but I think she's too puppy dog eyes in love with Sandoval to even care to go after Brock. So we're going to file that under low budget.